And the province has announced a tentative deal with the English Catholic teachers. And for a closer look, we're going to go over to Lena Latifat. Lena.
Kari, thanks so much for this. And for a closer look at that now, I am joined live in studio by Ontario's Education Minister Stephen Lecce. Minister Lecce, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us to talk about this. I know it's taken a lot for you to get here, so we'll start off with what parents in this province need to know about this latest deal.
Well, first off, it commits to 3 years of peace in the life of a child. I mean, for a child that started in grade 9 last year, they're going to graduate without any potential strike or disruption to their academic routine. And that is so consequential to their success, to their positive mental health, their physical health. So this is a commitment we made to parents. We would do everything humanly possible to protect in-person learning, to keep kids in front of their educators, with their friends, with the clubs and the sports and the extracurriculars, to build these well-rounded students when they graduate. And we've delivered on it in good faith by landing deals that keep kids in class, that respect our workers, but most particularly provide a sense of hope to families, that they have to look forward to predictability and stability as we go back to basics in Ontario schools. And look, step one, if we want to get these kids on track after years of difficulty and challenging EQAO data, it starts with keeping kids in class. And I'm just very proud on behalf of our government premier to deliver these deals that provide that continuity, that routine that kids could look forward to for now 3 years.
Minister, OECTA released a statement acknowledging the, quote, exceptionally long bargaining period. We're talking about 20 months of bargaining. What took so long?
Look, we were able to get OSSDF, the high school teachers, public teachers, last September or last fall. So, you know, each union really built their own timeline here. We were able to get deals early into the fall. And of course, I would have loved to get these things done well before then. But I'm focusing on the results here. In good faith, we provided them a dispute resolution. Any outstanding issues we just couldn't agree on in good faith, we're going to send it to interest arbitration. As you know, they didn't love that concept at first. They came around to it. And I'm happy that they did, because by doing so, we landed a deal that is fair for the workers, that's good for the kids, that provides stability in the life of families for 3 years as we go back to basics. And I keep emphasizing the connection to stability and the improvement on academic achievement, because if we don't keep kids in a stable environment, all the work we're doing on improving literacy and math and foundational STEM skills are not going to matter unless we have that routine guaranteed. And we've delivered it for families. We promised families we would fight to keep kids in school, and we've done that for every union. 2 million kids in every region of Ontario, they're better off. And I'm just happy that we can work together, union and school boards and government, coming together to do what's right for kids.
Arbitration, that really seems to have worked for you this time. Is that something you are willing to explore in future rounds of negotiations should your government be reelected? Yeah,
I mean, look, it's certainly an option for governments of the future to contemplate. It worked well this round. I don't want to prejudice all future rounds and which governments of the day can decide. But look, it was a fair process to remedy those few outstanding matters, often in compensation, where we just couldn't, in good faith, get to an agreement. So, and we do this across the public sector for nurses and transit workers and others. So there's lots of precedent. It worked well. It protected kids when it comes to keeping them in schools. And I think it lands reasonable, independent decisions that all the parties can live with. So certainly was a path we proposed. And I'm happy that the unions came on board. It took some time, but we got them there. And together, we were able to deliver a deal that keeps these kids finally with 3 years of peace as we go back to basics, as we restore common sense and a sense of peace in the life of a child.
Minister, I want to pivot here and get your thoughts on measles, because a lot of parents are watching that really closely. We are seeing a rise in Quebec. In York region, 1,500 students were exposed. How closely are you watching this as the province's education minister, and how do you keep this from spreading in our schools?
Well, I know Public Health Ontario and local public health units have been very proactive in encouraging families with respect to steps they can take to reduce the risk. We have full confidence in the protocols in place. We have very high immunization rates for measles and other essential vaccines, and that's a positive. Look, we are going to continue to follow the best advice of public health. I know this is a national challenge, but our health agencies have been very proactive. They seem very on it, and I've kept in contact with officials as well in health just to make sure that we're doing everything humanly possible to reduce risk to kids. And I know we have one of the highest immunization rates. That's positive, and I just want to continue to encourage parents to follow the advice of the local medical officers of health to make sure that we keep our schools open and we keep our kids safe.
Okay, Education Minister Stephen Lecce, thank you.
Thank you.